Hi everybody, my name is Maria.
And I'm Eva, Miss Trump in social media.
Welcome to La Vida Carmesí. Today we are having a coffee with Virginia. Virginia, she is a co-founder of the femininshop.com. Thank you so much for being with us. We are delighted. We are really happy to have you here. Please tell us, who are you and what do you do, please?
Well, first of all, thanks very much for having me. I am truly delighted to be here. And I am the co-founder of the femininshop.com. As you said, the other co-founder is my husband. So we are obviously a very feminist family. We talk about feminist a lot. We have a son and a daughter. And, raising them feminist and that kind of topics are very common in our house. So whenever last Christmas we were looking for presents for people to give, and we realized that we were going from one little shop to another little shop and just to try to find something that we liked, we just said, almost as a joke, we should have our own little shop with feminist products and books. And he is an e-commerce growth manager, so that's what he does in his now part-time job. So he's been escalating companies from 1 million to 20 millions, and he's worked with big names in UK and Northern Ireland. So he was like, yeah, sure, I'll give you a hand. And then suddenly this idea became more and more real, like, no, but seriously, it would be great because I know a lot of books and then we need to have this and this. And then to us, suddenly it wasn't only about a shop, it needed to be a place where people could find content and resources and a community. And we thought to give back to the cause, and we didn't know how. Probably just sharing 10% of the profits didn't seem quite enough, so we thought we'll have a part to showcase associations so people could know what they do and volunteer with them and maybe donate. And this whole idea started growing and growing, and we've been working on it since around February. And now we're doing the crowdfunding campaign and hopefully launching in mid-September.
In September, I saw that, yeah. So, I've got lots of questions. Well, we actually have lots of questions. I'm going to let Eva start with the first few ones, if that's okay with you.
Yeah. We were wondering, Virginia, can you tell us a bit more about your background and why you decided to do this as your... I believe this is your full-time job, right? From now. So you are not working anywhere else, or...
No. So it's just a bit complex. Well, I studied business and law, just very convinced that I wanted to be a politician randomly. And then I started working in Deloitte for 3 years in audit and became a person I wasn't very proud of. So I was like, I'm too young to hate my job. So left it there and started working in a French company just from my house. And then we moved to Northern Ireland and I worked with PwC because I gave corporate another opportunity. And again, it wasn't for me. So I moved to Delegate International, which is it's a small but like familiar sort of recruitment company for international people. And I stayed there for over 3 years, first as a recruiter and then as a PA. So really completely unrelated with this. When I got pregnant with Eric, which is my first son, I thought about writing a book. I've always wanted to be a writer. So I thought about writing a book against gender stereotypes. Yes!
We have your book. We heard about that.
So I thought, I'm going to write this book and it's going to be great because I'm sure a lot of parents also want bilingual books, but not only bilingual books, but just books that talk about important things. And so I wrote it, and then first on breastfeeding, exhaustion. I was working part-time, and I didn't have them. And then, surprise, surprise, I got pregnant again after 10 seconds trying. It took me forever to decrease, so we thought, it's going to be fine. It'll take us forever. No. Just,
That's my life, actually.
I think somebody here has a good idea of what you're going through.
There's something about it, and I was convinced. Chris was, I was like, really, we need to wait. Eric is a baby. Like, Virginia, what are the chances? What are the chances? It took us over 2 years. It's not going to happen. I was like, fine. You won't.
It's like, sorry to interrupt you, but this is really resonating with me because, my 2 children, they are really, really close. They are like 2 years apart, 2 years and a half. And when we tried to go for the second one, we also thought, this is going to take us forever. And in 15 days after stopping the breastfeeding of the eldest, I got pregnant again. So no one menstruation, nothing. It was just, yay! Like first ovule that went out, boom.
I breastfed 10 months Eric, and Nora and Eric are 19 months apart. So that's exactly, it was exactly the same thing. I think the body was like, okay.
I'm ready.
I remember saying to Chris, I just need 3 months to have my body for myself. Not breastfeeding, I'm not pregnant. I feel like the last period of my life, my body was always shared with another tiny human being, and I need my body to be mine. And I held my body for a long 10 days, I think, or something like that. Like, great! That was amazing.
15 days.
So, it's crazy. If we knew, also you don't know it's going to be your 10 days. You don't even enjoy them. You're
I did.
I would love more of that. So whenever I found out I was pregnant with Nora, I was like, okay, this book now needs to happen. I talked to, the illustrator was, so I found an illustrator online, and she's amazing. She's called Paula Vigil, and she's really, really good. That was her first book. She sort of knew what I want before I knew. So I told her, like, I think Mika has 2 things, and she'll give me a painting with her without, and I was like, no, you're right, I want her. So she definitely knew what I wanted, and I'm not a visual person. I am a words person and a concept person. So to me it was great having somebody taking the lead and making those sort of decisions that I could trust. So Nora was born in April, and I have a picture of me literally 20 minutes before the C-section, just finishing sending the things to the people. So already dressed up, just like, okay, I need to find this. And when I got up, I was like, Chris, you just need to press send and attach this and this, and it'll be fine. So it was really last minute, and it was great. It was then came Nora, and then it came 1,000 copies of the books. And I really loved it. So I decided I didn't want to go back to work. I wanted to give Mika Lolo a good chance, and the kids, nursery in UK is a rip-off, so you need to be making ridiculous amount of money to actually be able to afford working. So it didn't justify, my salary didn't justify having 2 kids in nursery. I will actually be paying to work, and as much as I like my job, I didn't like it enough to pay for it. So Chris and I decided, like, okay, well, let's put the kid a couple of days in the nursery. Those days you dedicate full time to Mika Lolo, and then stay with the kids and all that. And it was great, and I was doing things, and I think I sell in total so far over 700 copies of the book, which is really good, considering I have 0 budget for marketing. But then the feminist shop happened, and then it took over everything, because it's such a massive project, and it needs so much time and effort and thinking and brainstorming and back and forward, and then designing the branding, which obviously we didn't, but getting somebody on board, and then the designs of the t-shirts and the slogan, like it is, starting any business is just crazy. You could not, whenever you get into this, you just underestimate the amount of energy, time, and money you have to put there. So yeah, so it's been months now since then, and here we are. Still not ready to launch.
But you're launching.
And we haven't divorced, so I'm going to call all this a success. So yeah, fine.
So it wasn't,
So yeah, Chris,
it wasn't February, was it, when you guys started kind of like properly this project, wasn't it? And since then you've been crowdfunding until basically almost this week. I mean, I checked, I think it was last night, and you guys already were doing quite well as far as I can see. It's pretty much out
Here we
there.
go.
Oh, there you go. Well, now it's 8,996. You're pretty close to the 10,000 that you had the budget for. So, congratulations on reaching pretty much in a record time. You still have another week to go, don't you?
8 days, I hope, because we have to make over £100 each day. So I think every day is gonna count. Yeah. So it was a 3 weeks crowdfunding campaign. To be honest, we were not gonna do a crowdfunding campaign. But there is this program called Back Her Business. So I don't know if you have heard of.
Yes, I've seen that, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a program by the Ulster Bank. Well, I don't know, here there's probably another name in UK, but here it's called Ulster Bank, anyway, it's NatWest. And they're doing this campaign after the Alison Rose report, which I don't know if you've heard about.
No,
Not really.
not that.
So this is really interesting, and it is making real changes. Alison Rose works for NatWest, and she's made a report, which I highly recommend you to get your hands into, about the whole study and the whole research was about how much will impact the UK economy if women were entrepreneurs or were escalating business at the same speed as men. And so their research showed that for every pound that angel investors and venture capitals gave to companies, guess how much went to companies led by women?
How much?
How much?
You tell us.
Tell us.
Give me a guess.
Oh, God.
Almost
no.
nothing. 5%?
No idea.
1%. 1 pen for every pound.
We need that link, so please send it to us and we'll put
put it on
the
there.
link down in the comments, all right?
It is really interesting. So she also discovered that if we did accelerate and encourage women to just entrepreneur at the same speed, the impact in the UK economy will be worth 250 billions of pounds.
Wow.
So suddenly it was real. Suddenly it's not, women are not, women are just not accelerating. It's like, okay, we're all losing out. Like the economy is not at its best because we're having women not entrepreneur and we're not doing the right thing. So it's like a book. Well, I think it's in PDF as well, but I got the book and she talks about mentorship and she talks about how we get a big blocked and we don't have sponsorships and how we have more difficult access to capital and all those kind of very interesting things. But she also proposed people to change things. So she said, okay, that's great. Now we have evidence. This is a very thorough investigation project, but now we need to act on it. We need to get women more access, and we need to encourage that. So there's going to be politics in every region just to address it. But one of the things the bank, because that was a bank project, one that the bank is doing, it's called Back Her Business, in which they are proposing to match whatever people get on crowdfunding. So, for example, in our case, that's the maximum. So if we make 25%, whenever we did make 25% of the crowdfunding with more than 10 people pledging, then they gave us 50%. So of those 9,000, almost 9,000, 5,000 were from the bank.
That's amazing.
That they just gave it as a donation. And then we need to make the other 25%, and it's an all or nothing. So if we don't make it to 10 grand, then we have nothing.
Okay.
Nobody, every money that people have pledged will be back to them, and we'll just have nothing. So we need to make it. But I think it is really good because a friend of mine said that £5,000 is not a big difference, but it is a big difference. £5,000
At this level,
obviously,
it is.
you will not quit your job for £5,000. You will not be like, you know what, I'm gonna get a crowdfunding and then just leave my job. No, you can't. But if you have an idea and money is holding you back, £5,000 is the difference between, for example, to me, it would have been the difference between printing the book or not printing the book. Or sometimes it's to buy the materials, sometimes it's to just get the first couple of months organized with babysitting, or there's a lot of things, or materials, branding, things that you need to outsource,
or even paying your rent.
Yeah, so yeah, £5,000 is sometimes, and in this case it's 10,000 because obviously you need the other half, and people have been extremely generous with us. But £10,000 will help us a lot. I mean, £10,000 means that we start with, we can say yes to a lot of things that otherwise we would have had to say no. And then it will have make our start a little bit, more difficult. And we were determined. I mean, this is going to happen. The feminist shop was going to happen no matter what. But to be honest, this whole crowdfunding gave us a little bit of, break and validation as well. It feels like people are having our backs and telling us, hey, what you're doing is great. And every comment that people leave and every message we're receiving, it does feel like a hug whenever you haven't sleep and the kids have been a nightmare, and Chris and I are in our hooded last laundry, and then somebody saying, guys, you're doing amazing, and you feel like,
yeah,
we're doing great. We are. You sometimes forget to tell, shit, there's loads and we're surviving. So it is been really, really good.
Okay, so to help people to decide how much, and of course it's a great cause, that's no doubt about it. If anyone that is already a feminist and wants to help your cause, what is it that they need to do, and what is it that they get?
So there are a lot of different things they can do. Like if they don't have money and they want to help, please do follow us on social media.
And
share. That is free. That is free, and that makes a massive difference. And share our content, or send us feedback and tell us what do you like and what do you don't. What do you need from us? How would you like to be seen in the website? So everything like that is free, and the difference is massive. So our handles are thefeministshop.com, everything with letters, or .com. And then there's the crowdfunding option. So whenever you go to the crowdfunding, there are rewards from as little as £5 and as much as 100. There were we just make almost as a joke a very expensive 250 rewards, but believe it or not, they're
gone. Yes.
Well, okay.
So that.
Happy days. But yeah, so you can get a book, like a Mika Lola book, or you can get a mug. Our mugs are really cute. That's probably the favorite reward so far. There's the hoodies, there's the t-shirts, and all the products. And they're very similar to the ones that we're going to have for the website. But they're all organic, cotton certified, and certified to be fair wear, so nobody's being paid, little, and everybody's, certified that the laboral conditions are good. And they're all carbon neutral, so the factory is a renewable energy factory made with raw materials. We'll be shipping the products with no plastic in a compostable paper. So we are really trying to take all the clothes, all the boxes, to make sure that we are not damaging the world more than we're trying to make it better.
I love that. I love that.
And I think feminists in general do. I think there's like this transversal conscious that once you start being aware of things, things start clicking to each other. So you start feeling very comfortable at something, but then not at the cost of this other thing. And I think it's quite it gets like a hole. So obviously we're all trying to do our best, and I'm not personally, I'm not vegan or I do a lot of bad things environmentally friendly or feministly wise. I probably still make a lot of mistakes, and that's a learning curve, but I think we're all getting there, and there's that feeling of we're all trying to do always better, and the more we think is like, we need to make this change in our life. Oof, I'm not comfortable with that anymore, which maybe like 4 months ago I wouldn't even think about it. So I think it's a process where people are getting more conscious about their impact and about our capacity to change things. So we just want our business to be as ethical as possible.
Yeah, that's good. I think that someone starts being a bit critical with something, and that escalates itself. So it's like you start being inconformist here with this point that troubles you, and you start changing your point of view towards the society. So it's like you become like a rebel with everything. You start with a small point, and that escalates. Simple. I wanted to ask you, Virginia, because just to encourage people to help you in your cause, because something that might keep people apart from this project, because a lot of people is a bit uncomfortable maybe giving money to someone whom they might not know, a project they don't really, not really close. It's like a lot of charity companies, ONGs, ONGs, we call in Spain, have been showing a lot of fraud and this and that. So it's like, and a lot of small people is asking for crowdfunding companies. And I think that a lot of people might be uncomfortable to maybe donate money for a cause that they estimate should be free. Or it's like this conversation about you are making money of feminism, you are not working, so this will be your full salary also. So I might agree with that, but some people might not. Can you somehow explain how this might work for you? Or
yeah, absolutely. So first of all, we're not asking people to donate, although a lot of people are donating, and thanks for everybody that have donated. But whenever we saw this, we wanted to also test the market. So what we want to do is people to buy something. It's just that, so you will be getting something at the same price that you would get in any shop. So it's not as much as a donation as I want to buy an organic cotton t-shirt with a slogan that I agree on, that, make all these ticks that I like, and I'll buy for them because they're starting or because I believe in what they're doing. So first of all, it is not really we're not asking for donations, and whenever we will in the website ask for donations, they will be directed to the associations. We will ask people to donate directly to the associations because we don't need donations. We want to survive with our shop. We want the shop to do two things. One is allow us to live from it as like in my case, that will be my full-time job. And also to share 10% with the associations we work with, and we showcase and we give them a platform. But in any case, I do know that there is that question about, you're making money out of feminism, and it might be, but I have to make money. I did have a job. It's not that I cannot get a job. I'm qualified, and even if I weren't, you don't need to be qualified to get a job. People need a job. So the way I say it is, I was working in Deloitte and PwC, and I don't feel like I was making the world a better place. If you ask me, probably even a little worse. And I could get my skills and my passion and my time and my energy and put it somewhere that I think it will have a real impact and start conversations and make changes. Or I can get my time, my skills and passions and work for a company that, sure, they'll pay me. They pay me probably much more at the end of the month. So to me, this is a bet that I do, and our savings are here, and our energy and our time, and it is really, really soul training to start a business. So will I make money? Hopefully. Otherwise, I could not afford to make this decision because I need to eat, and my kids need to eat, and I need to go back to Spain sometimes to see my parents, and I want to have a nice, ethical life. But I don't think people expect ethical business not to have money. I mean, money is gonna go and come. That's the thing. We all need money and buy things, but I'd rather have my refill quarter shop that is working, is doing an amazing job to do things plastic free and all about refilling and not. I'd rather have them a lot of money than Tesco. I'd rather have people that are doing the right thing have money than people not doing the right thing. And also, I'm sure that the money in the hands of those right people will be spent in other ethical business. So it is a push to a more ethical way of consumption. Anyway, I doubt whenever you buy from a certain type of businesses and people with a certain type of mentality, you know that the way they're going to spend their money is probably more aligned to yours, which will probably be encouraging other business like that. So no, I'm all for making money, hopefully loads, don't get me wrong, and spending it wisely in things I believe in, and hopefully our buyers think like that too.
No, that's a good point, because everyone who is in online businesses should know how much time does it get to have anything done. And if you take this as a hobby, you are never going to have a shop working in the way you want it to work, because it involves a lot of hours, research, public relationships, marketing, a lot of stuff. So, and you will need to pay people. It's like, for example, Mick and Lolo. By the way, we will have another podcast speaking about this. All right. So everyone who is listening and seeing us, search, because we'll have one podcast about Mick and Lolo also. And then, sorry for that. And I was saying basically that you cannot expect, for example, this illustrator, sorry, I forgot, Paula Vigil, for her to work for free. So obviously Virginia had to pay her, and Virginia needs her money for her rent, for her survival every day, because if she's working in Deloitte again, she will be burned and she will not be able to have the feminist shop with us. And what's actually the feminist shop really doing? So what is the best thing about the feminist shop? Because I like the idea of the t-shirts and the caps and everything, but I understand there is also a main background for it and something bigger than just a shop selling things.
That's the part that I'm always so excited about. I forgot to say that it's a shop, and then Chris is like, and it's a shop. I'm like, oh yeah, and it's a shop, and it's a shop. So what we want to do, or what we're doing, it's just that it's not finalized, but it is happening in the background. We are creating this website full of content and recommendations and resources of any sort. So you will be able to get to the website and decide. We have categorized things. So for example, raising feminist, or the role of male in feminist, or women in history, just different topics, or feminist in statistics. So just different topics that we thought that would be relevant. And once you click in any of them, you'll be able to see, well, first of all, some of our content that we've been writing, and we will continue writing about it. But also, there is a lot of great content out there. We don't need to produce the content. The truth is that there's amazing people writing about it and investigating about it and doing great things. So we just want to not take any credit from that, just tell you that exists and just put it easily for you to find it. So what do you want? Do you want YouTube videos about this topic? Oh, here are our favorite. Do you want books? Those are the ones we would recommend you. What do you want? A podcast? Do you want articles, websites, people to follow in social media, groups to join? Which associations are relevant for this specific topic? So this is something you're passionate about, then why don't you go and check this association that is doing something in those lives? Those petitions are open for you to sign. So get that feminist and doesn't just activate it. So make something with that, things that you've learned, and try to make the change. Little challenges, how you can introduce things like that in your daily life and what impact. Because we believe that it's like the purple lens and theory that we have in Spain, that once you start seeing things through the feminist optic, it's very difficult to come back. Oh. And it's that escalating thing that we said, is that escalating feeling So we just want to fuel people. We have a test. It's like a funny test, but like a fun test about feminism that sort of help you understand which kind of feminist you are. And our goal behind it is to say there's not a bad way to be a feminist. We don't want to be the person that tell you don't get to be a feminist if you don't blah blah blah. But the opposite, like we are all fighting for equality here. And maybe your way and my way is different, but maybe my way and my way 5 months ago is different. So it is a journey, and people need to be wearing their feminist as something positive, and we need to stop feeling feminist as a stigma or something to apologize for. And that's what we want. If somebody that did not, like, hated feminists come to the website, and after staying in the website is like, you know what, it's not my cup of tea, but okay, fine, it's not a bad thing, then fine, that's a victory. And maybe somebody that was like, yeah, I'm a feminist, but blah blah blah, and then after being in the website it's like, no, now I'm a feminist that wants to tell about feminism. And we do believe that everybody will try to have resources for every sort of person, so they can, get information and understand it, and just go and shout about it and pass it to other people and write to us and say, oh, well, put that as well. This content is amazing. You need to share this too. I've read this. So we can create a community of co-creation of great material and resources. So whenever you have questions or you want to read about feminism, whenever you want to, send somebody somewhere, like, okay, you don't know what feminism is, go to this website and just have a look. Just have a look and see what is it that just press your buttons. Because it will be something. It has to be something that, just click you. So that's what we want to do. And then it's a shop, as Chris said.
Really. Yeah, that's the thing that I think that your shop, the finished shop, it has like those two sides, and
Yes.
they merge each other really, really, really good. And because a shop is pure capitalism, honestly, and this is something that I believe feminism should fight against. But on the other hand, we need money, obviously, to live. So we
need
cannot
tools.
really live in a cave hiding, because that will not sort out anything. But also you have that other background, and the two things together, I'm sure they will make the feminist shop something really great for everyone, and will really help us. And I don't know if you have any other questions for her?
Well, I just wanted to, I wanted to ask you about the hashtag.
Oh, yeah.
I see the hashtag and
interesting.
you're using it. I want to kind of like have an idea of how far you want to go with this hashtag, and how do you want people to use it. I understand that it's basically like, if I see something that it helps me and it helps her, that's the idea of the hashtag, right?
Well, our idea of hashtags, because we were going to have a lot of slogans, but for the crowdfunding campaign, we wanted to do something a bit more unique. And we wanted to get something that everybody could feel involved in, but also that it were educational. So we thought, our idea was like, okay, well, feminists benefit everybody. That is a fact. Doesn't matter if you're a feminist or not, it doesn't matter if you're a male or not, it does benefit you, because it does make the world a better place, and you will get something, a personal gain for you on it. But even if it didn't, there are bigger causes
I think
that are more important, and we cannot deny. So even if it didn't, even if it was not about yourself, it's still good for her. So we've created 7 videos in which we tackle like our small gain and a bigger gain. For example, we've talked about Carla, our friend. She's 12, and she said, like, okay, for me, because I don't want boys to make fun of me when I try to play football, but for her, so she doesn't have to get married whenever she's my age. So obviously there is a personal thing for Carla, but obviously compared to the bigger cause, like, even if Carla didn't get anything out of it, well, it'll still be important. So sure, we do it for us, but at the end of the day, even if we didn't, we have to do it for her. We have a bigger responsibility with all those hairs that are getting the bad side of the deal. So we have a very strong statistic after each video. So in this case, I think it's 18 million of women get married worldwide every year. On one of the statistics says that between 15 and 44 years old, women have more risk of rape and domestic violence than car accidents, war, malaria, and cancer together.
Yeah, that's bad.
We talk about domestic partner violence, and we're saying what's not us, like the World Bank data is saying that 30% of women have reported to have sexual or physical violence from a partner, and that's not even shocking. I mean, it's 3 of us here, and I can guarantee that at least one of us from one partner in the past have had some sort of violence, sexually, physical, of some sort. I mean, they're not even unreal. They're not even difficult to believe. 200 million of women worldwide affected by genital mutilation. So all those big stats, how it affects you to get pregnant whenever you come back to work, just different things. And we wanted to say, look, it's true, and we all have a little gain. So one of our friends was saying, I don't want to be scared when I come back home, and that is massive. But then compared to 1,000 women in Northern Ireland having to travel to England because they don't have the rights to abort here, UK first were laws more complicated in Alabama. And I'm talking about rape, and I'm talking about fetal abnormality, and I'm talking about it's my body, I don't have to give you explanations, I don't want this baby, I want to abort. In UK 2019. So our goal of this campaign was, look, do it selfishly for you if you want, but if you don't, if you think, and sometimes they think like, I don't know what's my gain on feminists, I don't care because it's not about you. Luckily enough, there is something for you too, but even if it weren't, even if we're only those other things, isn't it enough? I mean, which kind of numbers we need to make people understand that feminism is not a luxury, it's a need. So that was the whole goal. Obviously, I'm passionate about of the campaign, and that's when we have all the, the hashtag in the product. And to be honest, it is raising conversations. Chris wears his T-shirt a lot, and he always
Brilliant.
he always
To the
always
pub.
get a stop.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that will be challenging. I want to see that.
Conversation starter.
He has one from another feminist shop, and he also wears it whenever he goes to the pub to see football or something. He wears it. But we were in the airport, and people were like, "Can I ask you what do you mean with for me or her? Is that for your wife?" And he's like, "Kind of, I guess." So it is. That's what we want. We want conversation starters.
Okay.
We want people telling you, what does it mean? Or, oh, I've seen this. Oh, is that for the videos? And or or just go in and check it, like, what the hell is that thing? And then finding videos with important messages. So that was what we saw this campaign about the For Me For Her going.
And I love that because it's not, I think that sometimes just wearing a t-shirt saying I'm a feminist or I'm a vegan or I'm whatever puts you like in a square box, and people, they might approach to you scared. Like if I were like I'm a feminist, someone will come and will be like, oh my god, she's I'm taking the Spanish word feminazi, she's like a bitch, she will be like evil to me when I talk to her, she will be like, oh no. But if that's actually more subtle, so it's I love the idea now because it will start a conversation in a more friendly way
Without
rather
forcing.
than you are not that boom, here we go. So,
And I generally don't think feminist is aggressive, but I do think it has a lot of stigma.
no, sorry.
And I think we are angry. But obviously, some of us are about how can we not be angry? And it doesn't mean it's aggressive.
No,
It
Virginia,
means that-
Virginia, sorry. I don't mean that a feminist is aggressive or feminism is
just
aggressive,
the
but
way of message approach.
saying openly, like wearing a t-shirt saying I'm a feminist, that's really, really boom. So someone who is straightforward against feminism will see you like, oh my god, or like,
We'll see it get defensive.
so
Yeah.
oh, yeah. So I'm not saying that feminism is aggressive, but people that will approach to you will be more scared to speak to you, not because of your replies, but because you are starting in a really, really strong position. But if you were like the for me or for her, they will be like, oh, excuse me, what does it mean?
Well,
And you
wow.
can start having like
It's
a more
different.
friendly conversation, like, oh, someone is, if they see you with a I'm a feminist t-shirt, that obviously there's nothing wrong wearing it, and I would encourage everyone to do that, but I mean, wearing that t-shirt will have people like, oh, she's a feminist, oh, okay, I don't need to talk to her, bye-bye, or whatever, you know.
Yeah, it's a good way of being subtle
Yeah,
instead of from.
because some people is scared about feminism,
But yeah,
because
and
they don't
it's
want to
also
talk about that.
Yeah, that's one of the big things we're fighting for, like losing the stigma and losing that fear around the word. And one of the things that to us is very cool and we love is that we're having every slogan. So we're gonna have different slogans, but every one of them will have 4 different ways to wear it. So there's like whisper, there's more shouty, there's more, because we think sometimes we want to say the same thing, but we choose to say it in a different way.
Yes.
So, so that's
Agree.
our approach, and we want that the same way I was saying. Like we're gonna celebrate everybody that find that find themselves feminist, and we're gonna tell them, great, you're part of something good. And then obviously, the more you get, the more information you get, the more you think. It's the same with the way you wear things. Maybe I want a very strong message, but I want a very small, or maybe I'm not there yet with strong messages, but I am happy to whatever I believe. I want it in my chest, big and strong, even if the message itself, it's not, it's more reconciliatory than maybe aggressive. And we think that having that option of different messages with different ways, it shows very well how we're all different and yet all part of the same boat. So yeah, and I agree. I think everybody needs to find a way to start the conversations, and there are people that feel very comfortable wearing the I'm a feminist thing and knowing that it'll put off a lot of people yet. Yeah. And there's people that want to make a claim but not, want to make a statement but in another way that they feel comfortable with. So yeah, it is true, and we need to fight for being feminist in something that in some years, whenever you're wearing a t-shirt that says I'm a feminist, people will be like, of course you are, why do you even need a t-shirt that say that? Everybody is. But we're not there yet. The truth is only 30% of the population in UK consider themselves feminist, which is scarily low.
I have the feeling that a lot of us, and I include myself, I won't straight away say I'm a feminist, but then you do things and you start thinking one way, you start reading things, you start understanding that you, excuse me, that you've been doing something in a way just because, excuse me, of the situation, and slowly you start kind of like trying to change the habits without even thinking I am a feminist. But the bad habits, they're really difficult, and you cannot change them from one day to another, and the next day you're just doing the same as you did before, and you think, oh, but I didn't mean to. So I don't want to call myself feminist as such, for instance, but I do want to kind of like be a better person and trying to make everything.
But if I can ask her, why don't you want to call yourself a feminist?
I think that I'm going to reply to that one because I'm like a really passionate person, and it's like a lot of times I might get really enthusiastic with something, and at some point I started, someone who might know me from the past, they know that I've been into politics in Spain, and I just ran away from that world because it was completely awful, and I hated the way politics are working in Spain. So I tried in the past to do something for the society in an active way, and I was so pissed off with everything that I just quit. And I was a lot of years without doing anything at all and being really passive somehow, because I was always like a rebel. And at some point, feminists like feminism resonated with me a lot, and I was like, hold on, this is actually something to look into like more deeply and really think about that as a movement. And but the thing is that labels, that's the problem that I see, and I learned that in politics. It's like in Spain, you are blue or you are red. You are,
Yeah.
if you are red, you are a communism. If you are blue, you are a fascist. And there's nothing in
There's
between.
no reason.
And
There's no gray.
yeah, and the thing is that I think that labeling people, it's dangerous somehow. So I'm saying openly, I'm a feminist. However, I hate labels as such. And I prefer to do things in a more subtle way. Again, coming back, it's like when I was a teenager, I was really into heavy metal. But you would never see me wearing a t-shirt with a band on there. But you could tell I was because of the way I was dressing and this and that. So again, that's why I love the hashtag thing, because I'm wearing, I don't know, I have this lovely, oh, I need to show it. I had this lovely notebook, Yo Soy Feminista by Esther Healy. She was the illustrator of this. I love her work. And, but I would never wear this t-shirt as this girl. I prefer things more subtle, as I was doing when I was younger. It's like, I don't know, it's like labels split people apart. Again, if I go into my family Christmas dinner wearing I'm a feminist, well, not my family, because my family is lovely and my partner's family is lovely, but if I go into my group of friends in general, whatever, a pub, wearing that t-shirt, I know that the conversation will start wrongly. But if I'm more subtle, everything will start in a more fluid way. So it's like labels, in general, I think that they split people, and they start putting you in a box, and it just doesn't help to any conversation. However, if I had to say something, I'm a feminist. So it's like a bit of like...
But I am pretty sure that so is Maria. I mean, I have no questions that Maria is a feminist. I just want to understand that. Oh, of course she is. I mean, feminist is, and that is the Oxford Dictionary definition, so not even mine.
Yeah.
It's like, it's just a person that believes that women and men should have the same right and opportunities and acknowledge that we're not there yet. That's my part. But because otherwise it's very easy. But and I'm sure you are. It's just that that's the stigma I'm talking about. I mean, I'm
That's
sure
it.
that you are and you believe deeply in that, and it's a and you're a great that 1 pound for every pound goes to women, and you feel like things need to be done about it, and your face when we were talking about the statistics was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Yet the word feminist, and I'm not saying wearing a t-shirt, but I'm saying the word feminist, you feel like, do I really feel like a feminist? Because it sometimes feels like it comes with a lot of baggage. It feels like, am I ready to get this rucksack and walk it? But we are, and I think it's something we need to all. If there was a word for non-racist, let's say non-racist, it's a word that is thing. People will happily jump to that word. Everybody will be like, of course I'm a non-racist, and nobody will be like, I don't know, because it doesn't mean you do it perfect. It doesn't mean like we don't have a structural education that make us make mistake. I constantly make mistakes. I realize myself, like I have a lot of white privilege, and I see myself realizing that the more I read, and I'm like, holy shit, I never thought about it. But I am non-racist. I'm not consciously racist, and I will do everything on my power to stop it. And the same way, I'm sure you're the same about women's equal right. Like you will do anything in your own benefit even to stop it. Yet the word feminist causing unconformity. Like people are uncomfortable saying I'm a feminist, and that is the one goal of our website. We want people to be like, well, I'm not the same feminist as her. I'm not. Don't have to be for being a feminist. I don't have to do everything right. I don't have to, just make it my own thing. I don't need to be the only thing that defines me. But of course I am a feminist, and because we all are, because most people are feminists because they understand the need of a change. And then it's a matter of personal journey and resources and things to keep moving forward, or to understand which parts of feminism you're comfortable with or not, and just get it from there if it makes any sense.
I think that for that we have the English word unapologetic. So we really need to be unapologetically feminists. And I think that that's the good thing of your shop, because if we actually normalize the word feminism, we would see it in a more positive way, and we will stop feeling anxious or scared of wearing like the feminist label, because it will be normal, and that's why we need people like you, Virginia. And I think that we are
just one
running
little
a
thing. I wanted to point out one thing because it was quite important. I thought I saw it in your crowdfunding page that 10% of the gross profit goes to. Is it the associations or the people that you want to give the platform to?
Yeah. So the people that are gonna be as part of the website, the ones that we're gonna be partnering with. We're going to be sharing the gross profit, and we've got a lot of talks with accountants about it, and they're like, do not make it gross profit, make it net profit. And we thought, look, we need to be or not be into this, so we're going to do gross profit. There'll be months that it'll cost us money, and it'll be against our, it'll be a loss for us in the net, but it needs to be that way, because otherwise it's not real. Anyone, so it needs to be, and it's not real, but it's like it's a proper bet that we're taking on this. And so we're gonna be splitting 10% of our gross benefit and them. And if we want to start from the crowdfunding campaign, so 10% of everything we raise from the crowdfunding campaign will go to Homeless Period Belfast, which they have an amazing job, and it's all voluntarily led, just to give sanitary products, hygienic products, and little notes. They make handwritten notes for every person in their package, just reminding them that they matter, and that the society and we will have their back, and because they are vulnerable women, and I mean, period needs to be talking. People needs to talk about periods and acknowledge them and realize that it's not a luxury, and then you always have it a little bit worse whenever you have your period. So if you're in the streets or you're a refugee, if you are vulnerable and you need, the last thing you need is,
worrying about that,
being all stained, and it's like, it's about dignity, and it's about mental health and physical health. So we're going to be giving them a 10% and just shouting about their job as much as we can, because they're great.
I wanted to point this out because I thought it was quite relevant, mainly because of that, because it's a gross profit, and that is just like you're jumping. You're really jumping. You're putting your neck in the line. And I think if there's anybody that has any question or any doubt that you guys not full on this project, that for me, it shows that you are really committed to actually make it work, no matter what and how. And in a way, it makes it quite real and quite I think quite relevant. And I think that is an important message that people do get that across as well.
And actually, I don't know what you think, Virginia, but I would invite people to write in comments any question or anything for you. And in the future, if you have a few of them, we might invite Virginia again to speak about anything she wants, feminism, because I love this conversation with you, and
it's been fantastic. Yeah.
And if someone has any question about the shop, because I think that it's really good thing, the one that we are doing in there, people might have a lot of questions about this, so I really invite people to ask. We'll pass the questions over to Virginia, and we might organize something, questions for her, another coffee with her maybe.
Yeah, thanks very much, and I loved it. You're so easy to talk with, and loved it. Thanks a million.
Is there anything else you want to suggest, or any? I mean, obviously, people can go to the crowdfunding page to pledge for your cause.
We'll put the links down there, so we'll find everything.
We'll share it to as much as we possibly can to help you reach that target. And anybody that can help in any way, obviously, will be quite happy to help them to find the way to do it.
Yeah.
Actually, something that you were saying on Instagram, and I'm going to say that here again, is that, what's this? It's a coffee. Okay, how much does a coffee cost in a shop? Very little. So even a coffee will help Virginia a lot to make this happen.
Okay.
And because because the people have been donating, they've been so generous, and I have no words, but I think it's good enough that people that only want to put £5, and they're like, I don't want to put £5. And I was like, please do, anything, and because we rather have a lot of people supporting that in a very small way, even as I said, it does feel like a hug, it does feel as a, hey, yes, every time. So we rather have a lot of small people, like a lot of people doing a small amount, just literally the amount of a drink, then, it doesn't need to be a massive amount. It's just for us to, first of all, help us to get to the 10,000, but also emotionally to feel backed up and supported. And yeah, do follow us on social media, please.
Can you give us your hashtag your? Well, we'll put it in the link anyway. But
that'd be great.
we have everything there.
We have
so
it.
yeah, we'll put all the links down there. All right.
Okay. Well, we're going to finish it here then, because this has been very interesting. Quite it's been quite interesting for me because I'm not that vocal myself. So I'm quite happy that you gave us so much information that we can actually use as well for ourselves, actually. Thank you so much for having this coffee with us. Eva?
Yes, you said everything. Thank you so much, Virginia, and hopefully we'll have you here with us any other time.
Of course, anytime you want. So,
Fantastic.
bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.